Hello, this is Jeff, the Day Trade Mechanic. It's October 19th, 2022. Looking at a chart of Alibaba, which has been down most of the day, and on the current 15-minute candle, it's putting in huge volume. So I'm thinking of possibly taking a counter trend play in this. This candle will close in about 3 minutes, so I'm just going to wait and see for a couple of minutes here. This candle is about to close. Look at the volume on this candle so far. 1.8 million shares. We didn't really have a flush to the downside towards the latter stages of this candle like I'd like to see. Switching to a 5-minute. See, it really just hasn't had that great big flush. So I don't think the time is now for an entry, as it's probably going to go further to the downside, which it's doing. So this candle caught my attention, and the volume caught my attention, so I'll watch it for a little while, and we'll see. Boy, it's wanting to do something, but it's weak. Weak. Look at the 5-minute. Now this 5 minutes acted this way twice. It put in a pretty solid green bar, and then it all went away, and now it's trying to come back. Bring this down to 2, and you can see what I mean here in these two candles right here. So, I think this will reverse, but I don't think it's going to amount to much. Bring back my normal 15. I'd say if we get back to 72, that would be very optimistic. 71 half. I don't think this is going to be a trade for me. Even though the markets right now are starting to turn green, I don't think Baba's going to do much. Look at the volume now on this candle. I just noticed there is about 4.5 minutes left. That last candle was 1.8 million shares. This candle so far is 1.3 million shares. Now the volume traded for the day on Baba is just under 17 million shares, so there's a lot of volume here. But is there a trade? That is the thing. I tell you what I'd like to see is I'd like to see it flush down to about $70 fast, and how about triple the volume? Then we'd think about getting long. But at this point, we'll sit tight. Trade's starting to work, and the volume has really come in again on this candle. There's about 10 seconds left to go. I think we're well over 2 million shares traded. Yeah, 2.3 million shares. So it'll be interesting to see if we have any follow-through once this next candle begins. Why do I get the feeling that there won't be? But I've been wrong before. As you can see, I'm flat. I did not take the trade. I just wasn't quite sure of an entry. Some would say once the high of that previous candle's taken out, that's an entry. That would be what? Over 71.30. And has it triggered? It hasn't triggered yet on this candle. The high's been 71.29. I just don't think it's going to have the umph. Plus, it's late in the day. We're 45 minutes from the close. So I begin shooting video thinking I'm going to take this trade. And I just keep bringing up reasons to stay out of the trade. And we're losing a little bit of the momentum here. Still hanging tough over 71, but it's just that follow-through I was looking for as this new bar is forming is not there. Not there at all. And another thing, the Qs and the spiders are at the declining 20-period moving average. And it seems like forever in this market cycle we've been experiencing lately, we can get to the 20-period moving average and we just fall on our face. Now, if a guy would have taken a chance around 70.50, you could have taken 50 cents, probably pretty easy. And the Qs and the SPYs are starting to stall out a little bit on the at that 20, like I just showed. So probably best to keep this powder dry, not take this play, because I think it's just going to be frustration. And who wants to hold this one overnight? Bring in a daily. BABA, it seems like it's getting pretty extended to the downside, along with everything else. And it really didn't participate in the big rally on CPI day. I mean, it had a nice green bar, but not compared to a lot of stocks and indexes. I'm going to pause this. We'll watch this the rest of the day. See what happens. Here it's starting to, maybe it's starting to trying to trigger. Well, it reached 71.30. So, you know, there's some trading systems where that would trigger a buy at 71.31. But we'll see. And so far, about 5 minutes into this candle, look at the volume compared to the last two. There's no volume. There's no conviction. That's one reason I just don't think this bounce is going to amount to anything. So I'll pause the video for a while. We'll come back maybe towards the end of this candle. Okay, we're back. This candle is just about to close, and as I thought, it has done nothing. And this is why I don't like the trading systems where an entry is triggered over a bar's high, because that was 31 or 71.30, and this went all the way to 71.35. So whoop-de-doo. Now let's bring in the Q and the SPY. Let's bring in the Q first. And I was just saying that these candles were at the 20 period moving average, and I didn't mention this, but they were at prior highs. Look what they did. Topping tails just fell flat on their faces. Spider is exactly the same way. That did kind of penetrate this high a little bit, but look what it did. Just fell flat on its face. So we are now 30 minutes from the close, and BABA is bouncing a little bit, but you know, I think it's just going to go sideways the rest of the day. Maybe I'll pause this and update again after this candle closes, but glad I didn't take the trade, and I wouldn't take it now at all. Okay, we're about 15 minutes from the bell, and Alibaba has done nothing. Neither have the markets. So I'm going to pause this, and we'll update it again right before the close. Well, we're just about to close down for the day. There's 17 seconds left. Now, the SPYs and the Qs have done decent, but Alibaba's done nothing. Look at the SPYs from this chart here. Nice little bounce. Qs are very similar. And let's look at Alibaba, which has done nothing. And that's all, folks. We're closed for the day. So, what looked to be a promising setup a few candles ago turned out to be a big fizzle. Let's scroll this chart back to here. And we know what happened because we watched it play out. What was the high of this candle here? We got up to 71.47. So I was thinking it'd be a stretch to get to 72, and I said maybe 71.5, which it darn near made. So with that being said, I think I will close down for the day. Pretty uneventful day in my trading. I did take advantage of some theta decay today, which is always good, but no day trade. So if you like this content, I would appreciate if you'd like the video, maybe even subscribe. Until next time, this is Jeff, the Day Trade Mechanic, saying Thanks for watching, and so long.